Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. On Wednesdays, we manifest more good stuff, which is a kind of a relief and a blessing because on Tuesdays we do tarot and it's usually intense and exhausting and needed, but it's just kind of like Wednesdays are cushion to our Tuesday. So anyways, thanks for joining me Wednesday. Thanks for joining me yesterday too. That was a big conversation that we had. Absolutely. So anyways, we were talking about white privilege yesterday and, what we can do to help racism. And it's just so beautiful that today we are going to manifest more grace. Manifest more grace. So hopefully that can help us on our journey of helping ourselves into a healed place and helping the world do its healing work as well as a collective. Grace is one of those words, it's like, how do you define it? Like, is there an actual definition? Like, that would be kind of interesting if we looked it up on the dictionary.com. Does grace have an actual definition? Because sometimes it's hard to say like what it is, but sometimes you can feel it. My daughter's middle name is Elaine Grace. I have a dog that I found that her name, she already had a name. Her name is Gracie. But yeah, who was making me so mad this morning, actually. Like, she just wanted to chase after rabbits, and I'm like, could you just please go pee? Could you? Because I knew I wanted to get inside and get the podcast going. I have a big day, and I just had to run around and close all the windows because it's getting ready to storm. So we're going to manifest more grace under this thunderstorm that's rolling through town here. And then after that I have to, process my nettle potato soup. I have to go to the dentist for the third time. I look really, really nice. I'm dressed up today just in case they kill me. I want to look good. All right, so we are going to go through 6 cards. Now that's kind of beautiful because 6 is the number of love and compassion and harmony. And yeah, that's what we want to bring forth into our lives and into the world. We want to manifest more grace. So first we're going to start off with our dragon butterfly, and it's a 2-tailed pasha on a yellow jasmine. So we'll start off there, and we're going to go to a sacred stone it's the naked woman statue. We'll go there. Then we're going to go to a beautiful card by Awakening to Your Divine Self. And then we'll ask our guides. Ask Your Guides. That's the name of the deck. We'll do one of those. That one's usually kind of like direct and lets you know maybe what's going on. Like, it tells you like not what you're doing wrong, but kind of. Then we'll go into the illustrated herbiary with a reflection and a ritual, and we'll end with a soulful woman card. And yeah, the card that we're going to end on, I found it last night up in my room. Like, I was like, I guess that's all the grace cards. And I was like, oh, wait a second. Like, isn't there one in the soulful woman? And it's number 47. And it's this beautiful young lady. And her hair is like Medusa-like a little bit. Like, it's floating. Like, the wind is blowing so much, it makes her hair look like she's underwater. And she's wearing a red dress, and she's got these red birds look like they're flying up from her crown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 2, 4, 6, 8 red birds? And she says, when I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. So grace is going to come into our lives with, a feeling of flow and of easygoing and effortlessness, and just a deep source that feels vibrant and makes your life that much easier. So, hey, I think it's worth sitting with for a little bit, thinking about, feeling about, and manifesting more about. So today we're going to manifest more grace, and you might hear the rain pelting on the window. It's beautiful. I can't wait to walk down and get those lunches today. It's going to be great. So these are sweet little yellow jasmine flowers that the dragon butterfly looks way big. The two-tailed pasha looks way big to be on. The coloring of the butterflies, reds and yellows and oranges, and yet it has a dark center to it too, but it's got the red streaks and veins to the top of it. Really amazing. And yellow jasmine. Doesn't that just make you want to breathe in? If you've ever smelled jasmine before. Ooh, the beauty and grace of jasmine flowers are stunning to behold. However, all parts of this plant can be extremely poisonous. Even touching it can cause an allergic reaction on the skin. Even so, this sweet, fragrant flower has been cultivated for many years in the tropic regions of the Americas. Jasmine's fragrance cannot be duplicated chemically, so it is harvested to make oils and perfumes. Jasmine of all types is grown on decks and under windows, so its fragrance can be enjoyed as it permeates the late winter air. Did you know jasmine was poisonous? I didn't. But yeah, I've smelled jasmine oil, but it is grown down in the tropic regions of the Americas. So let's talk about grace. Like I said, grace is one of those things that's kind of hard to wrap your head around, because it's like a feeling, if you've ever been in a situation where, I don't know, you just kind of stepped back from getting run over from a bus, those kind of situations, you're like, wow, there was a lot of grace, and how that just all, I felt really protected. But yeah, grace can happen just on the daily too, not even anything dramatic. Kind of just effortless flow. So let's see what this book says here. Living in grace is a complex and deeply emotional experience. It involves opening yourself to and accepting all the joys and gifts of life, including love, compassion, forgiveness, and gratitude. Grace is the measure of a life well lived. Pursue the pinnacle of who you are meant to be, unburdened by the heaviness of life. This card is calling you to let go of inhibitions and trust in a higher force to carry you to where you are meant to be. Accept who you are completely, with the flaws and the gifts, and be grateful for all experiences and emotions. They make us genuinely alive and help create the amazing person we are. So this is the book, The Enchanted Blossoms by Carla Morrow, that always asks us questions. How am I living in grace currently? How can I become better? So how am I living in grace currently? So It's you. Are you living in an open-hearted state? Are you accepting all the joys and the gifts of life, including love? Are you open and accepting to love and compassion and forgiveness? I say it like that because I know that that's a big one. And gratitude. Are you being grateful, you little bitches? I mean, are you? Am I? I'm trying. I am. I do feel grateful. I do. I swear it. But how can I become better? Well, I could be more grateful. I could be more forgiving. I could be more compassionate. I could be more loving. And I could accept more of those things into my life. Also, another way to be more grace, have more grace in your life, is just to be who you are meant to be. And not let yourself become burdened by the heaviness of life. Don't let yourself get weighed down. So yeah, I'm here looking at a thunderstorm out the window, thinking that like I'm supposed to drive in this. I don't like driving in thunderstorms or rain, but maybe it'll clear up. I don't know. It's still pretty early. But I do need to go pick up my ex-husband, and then so he can accompany us to the dentist so he can be with our daughter. Then he's going to come back here and hopefully fix the dryer. Then the whole reason for picking him up was so he can drive my old van to his house and, have it towed or whatever he's got to do to it. So anyways, it's going to be an interesting day and hopefully full of grace. Oh, there's no dread here. I'm not dreading my day. Why would I dread my day? I mean, I get to hang out with my ex-husband. I get to go to the dentist. It's going to be fucking awesome. And oddly enough, like how weird is this? I don't know if I've really talked much about my sister because we're not really like in communication a lot of time, and it's a complicated relationship. But how about the dentist scheduled her son? Well, actually, her son had an appointment at the exact same time. The dentist scheduled us to come back at the same time. So I'm going to be at the dentist with my ex-husband and my sister and my nephew, and my mom will be there too. There's no extra pressure on me to go to the dentist. It's going to be great. It's going to be grace. Ooh, that's something we could maybe start to say. It's going to be grace. That doesn't maybe make any sense to the world because nobody's ever said that before. But now you and I, we're going to start saying it. It's going to be grace. Oh, how's it going to go for you today? It's going to be grace. You mean great? No, I mean it's going to be better than great. It's going to be grace. It's going to be full of love and gifts and joy and compassion and forgiveness and gratitude. Yeah, I'm going to be who I am today. I'm not going to let myself get heavied by the burdens of life. It's going to be grace. I'm going to let go of my inhibitions. I'm going to trust in a higher force to carry me wherever I'm meant to be. It is going to be grace. I'm going to accept myself completely, the flaws and the gifts. I'm going to be grateful for all my experiences, all of my emotions. It's going to be grace. It's going to be grace. Yeah, it's going to be grace. But the question is, how can we even be better at allowing grace in our life? I feel like it's an allowing because it's probably that vibration that's always flowing to us anyways. It's like, do we open the door and let it in or not? So yeah, we can become better at manifesting more grace in our life probably by just allowing it. All right, so our next little card, it's even littler than the illustrated herbiary card. This card is tiny. And it's number 13. I numbered them in the book because I'm a nerd. It's number 13, and yeah, it's this statue of a naked woman, and she's like got her arms up, like her elbows are up, and probably the next thing she was gonna do was stretch her arms out. But it's just kind of like her arms or going up, maybe like in the morning stretch. Did you even stretch this morning? Did I even stretch? I could get better at stretching. Oh my gosh. All right, but anyways, we're not going to manifest more stretching today. We're going to manifest more grace. And this little guidebook is by Kerr Cleary and Blue Star and the Council of Light. So these are channeled messages. So they're cool. And they're not always what I expect. So I'm excited to read these. So the Sacred Stones says, grace is as inherent in your day as sunrise in the morning. You may not see it. There may be heavy clouds, dense drapery, or no windows where you are. But the sun rises every day, and grace is not far behind. When you require grace, seek it out. Grant it to yourself, even if you cannot feel it. Grant it to others, even if you don't know if they deserve it. Grant it everywhere you go, trusting in the power of the light to bestow itself on everyone without question, judgment, or hesitation. Grace is in that moment when the glass did not break, although it fell. The moment you paused before stepping off the curb so you were not struck by the distracted motorist. Grace is when the child across the room sees you and lights up for no apparent reason. Grace is when you smile reflexively and the other one smiles back. Moments of grace in the day or night are infinite. If melancholy has taken hold, then the counting of instances of grace will be your salvation. As you count, grace is drawn to you. Like shining a light on all the magic of the world, you illuminate it for yourself and others. And just right then, a big blast of lightning was like right above the window outside of me. That was fun. We'll see. And where's the thunder? Hopefully that storm is moving away. But it's okay. I do love a storm. Like if I'm home, I love a storm. Whoa, there's the thunder. Okay. So what did this tell us? It was beautiful. What did it really, bottom line though, is that gratitude is going to be our salvation. Like that's how, one, we bring grace to us when we start counting all the instances of grace that we are grateful for. And then, yeah, if it keeps us out of melancholy, it keeps us out of sadness. It's like grace is that energy that the angels bring to cushion you in your times of darkness. It's like if you are in a dark place, start counting reasons to be grateful. Start counting these instances of grace in your life. So yeah, sometimes you maybe can't feel it or whatever, but it's there. And I thought it was funny. It's like, grant it to yourself even if you cannot feel it. Grant it to others even if you don't know if they deserve it. Like you're like, I am not so sure he deserves grace on this. But you just grant it to them anyways. You grant grace everywhere you go. And you trust in the power of the light to bestow itself on everyone without question, judgment, or hesitation. So just see grace as this omnipresent energy that's available to all. You can bestow it on yourself. You can bestow it on other people. You just, trust in it. You trust in it like you trust the sun to come up every stankin' morning. I don't know why I want to go negative all the time. Because I gotta go to the fucking dentist again today, you guys. I need like an extra helping of grace for me today. I do. But I'll tell you what. After last week, I was so upset about the dentist. Like, really, really mad. Like, thinking they're just messing up my teeth. And I still think that. But I'm just not as upset, I guess, now. And I'm having more faith that, like, once I express my concerns to them, they're going to help, like, my tooth hopefully look better. And I don't know. I'm really taking a lot of comfort in the fact that, like, I'm only in this body for a short time. So I just am hoping that grace leads me today and helps me get through all these interesting situations and circumstances, and really just hopefully I don't want grace to lead me. I want grace to be in everybody's lives today. I want everyone to have a good day. I want everyone to feel love and joy and gratitude and blessings and work on their forgiveness practice. And I just want it to be good. No, actually, I want it to be grace. It's gonna be grace. All right, moving on here. Moving on. We're going to awakening to your divine self. This is wisdom and love from your fearless sisters. Now, this is a very unique oracle deck. Awakening to your divine self. It's 39 amazing artists co-created this beautiful oracle deck. So you have to buy it from one of the artists, and I know some of them don't have decks anymore, so I don't know if they're getting more decks printed or not, but if you like unique decks, try to find Awakening to Your Divine Self. And there's all different types of artwork and different, it's just different. It's really beautiful, and it's a good quality deck too. Like, I love the way the cards feel. So this card that we're going to look at next, it's another young lady. Okay, and she also has her eyes closed in bliss, like our final card will have. So there's a lot of beautiful vibes. This card is also yellow, and it's got the same coloring as the butterfly, yellow, oranges, and reds, a little bit of green here and there. But we definitely have a lot of yellow, orange, and reds with grace. I mean, there are other cards. The herbiary card is Starflower Borage. I forgot to mention that. And it's more like peacock, turquoise, and purples and blues. But all of the cards are really beautiful. And this card's like kind of wavy and a little trippy, painting feel of it. But she's got her eyes closed, and she's kind of, I would say, like meditating. And above her head is this big flower and then big hands. So maybe like they symbolize her higher self or her helpers or the hands of grace. So let's talk about what it says in the book. I'm just going to read it here. Well, let me talk about the image first. A woman with closed eyes and butterfly wings. Okay, so those are her wings behind her. Butterfly wings of transformation, surrenders to the gifts from Source. As flower petals and magical golden light are released from the loving hands above. So it's like grace is like an asking for you to surrender to the gifts. Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's flowing to you. Quit blocking your blessings. Open the goddamn door. Source is here. Source is here. Open the goddamn door. Let in your blessings. Let in the good stuff. Surrender to it. Surrender to your own personal transformation too, of who you are becoming. So, grace. Divine grace comes in unexpected moments. It is not something we can manifest with our egos. When it occurs, we are infused with divine blessings. Surrender. Let go of control and worry. You have done the inner work and preparation. Let go of control and worry. Open your heart. Rest. Rest in the deep knowing that you are a sacred instrument for the divine expression of love, beauty, and light. All of life is sending you blessings and gifts. You are worthy. You are worthy of receiving this divine awakening. So just take a deep breath and surrender. Surrender to the gifts coming to you. Surrender to the idea that you are a sacred instrument of the expression of divine love, beauty, and light. All of life is sending you blessings and gifts. And know that you are worthy of receiving this divine awakening. So it's like rest in the deep knowing that you are a sacred instrument. Open your heart. Let go of control and worry. Surrender. It's like you have done the inner work. You are prepared. You are prepared. And when it occurs, when divine grace occurs, you will be infused with divine blessings. Now, it's hilarious that it says it is not something we can manifest with our egos. Because the name of this podcast is Manifest More Grace. And yeah, we do show up with our egos, but we can put our egos to the side. You know, it's like you're showing up to this podcast and it's like you're sitting in a theater and you're just one person, but I've given you 2 seats, okay? So on the seat beside you, you can put your purse and your water bottle and your ego. Just put it beside you and flip it down, flip that seat down, and put all your stuff that you're carrying with you and just put it to the side for a little while. And close your eyes and just surrender. Just let go of control. Let go of worry. Let go of the worry that you haven't done enough inner work. Let go of the worry that you're not good enough. And it is worrisome to try to control every minor detail in your life. Like a lot of times you do just have to give it over to grace. You literally do. And open your heart and rest in the deep knowing that you are a sacred instrument for the expression, which means if you just open up and allow, your higher self will guide you. Your higher self will animate you. You will be your true self. And you will be open and loving and forgiving and compassionate. And all of a sudden, you are now being very receptive and aware of all the gifts. That is a divine awakening. So the more you can do that in your life, it's like the more you can have that openness. I wanted to say attitude, but then we're like putting our ego back on. But I mean, it is. It's this, hey, several times a day, I have to close my eyes and just know that I've got these big hands above me that are just showering me with gifts all the time. And it really is my responsibility to just be receptive and open to that. And just let that weight roll off my shoulder, like knowing that I don't have to control it all. And I don't have to worry about it. Like it's going to be taken care of. It's going to be grace. It's going to be grace. All right, this next deck is by Sonia Coquette. It's called Ask Your Guides. Ask Your Guides. And grace is number 39. And the guide is the Holy Spirit, of course, right? So this is a little human form frolicking, leaping in this patch of flowers. Like the flowers are bigger than this person. And there's this huge white dove of peace with a little branch in her mouth. It's swooping up, like it's 3 times the size of the humans at least. The human. And the human has the arms up in receiving mode. like receiving this good energy. And the flowers are so sweet. They're very star flower. So that'll be good because the next card we're going to do is star flower. And the stars in this, the flowers in this are very star flower like. So, okay. And the jasmine too also has five petals. The jasmine has 5 petals. The star flower has 5 petals. And these flowers mostly have 6. In case you were wondering. So number 39, it's all about harmony, beauty, prosperity, and elegance. So I'll just read it because it's just golden. Thank you, Sonia. The Holy Spirit is filling your life with grace and ease. The Holy Spirit is filling your life with grace and ease. You're aligning with your purpose, and your discipline and focus are paying off. Everything you touch seems to transform into prosperity and beauty. This is more than luck. It's the reflection of the Holy Spirit flowing through you. The more you surrender to this divine energy, the more you'll be gifted with synchronicity and flow. Trust your immediate impulses and act on them without hesitation. The Holy Spirit is helping you make the right choices at the right time. Your greatest challenge is to hold on to this joyous and natural, healthy self-esteem, and do not allow others to throw you into self-doubt. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your spirit and believe in yourself. Pray for the strength to keep your focus clear and your heart open. The Holy Spirit's message is dun, 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 dun. Walk in grace, all is well. Walk in grace, all is well. The Holy Spirit tells you to walk in grace, all is well. It's gonna be grace. It's gonna be grace. Holy Spirit's like, yo, I'm helping you make the right choices at the right time. I'm sending you impulses, act on them, right? When you get that inspired idea, that nudge, that call, answer it. What do you have to do? Stay open, be loving, hold on to this joyous and natural, healthy self-esteem. Okay, you're allowed to feel good about yourself. That's healthy self-esteem. Knowing that the Holy Spirit is flowing through you, and the good things in your life is a reflection of that energy. When good things happen in your life, it's the reflection of the Holy Spirit flowing through you. So yeah, you bring in more of this energy, it seems like everything you touch is good. It's prosperous. It's beautiful. Everything in your life is full of grace and ease. You are aligning with your purpose. So yeah, all that work that you've done, it's really paying off now. It really is. So keep believing in your dreams, your spirit, and yourself. And yes, you can pray for strength to keep your focus. And you can pray for the strength to keep your heart open. But at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, and all throughout the day, the message is the same. Walk in grace. All is well. All right, I was just thinking we haven't done our affirmations. So we'll do our next card by the Illustrated Herbiary. Then we'll do our affirmations for the week since it is already Wednesday. And yeah, our herb of the week this week is Golden Seal. And it's all about awakening. So yeah, like what a beautiful thing to pull in with grace. You know, like the grace is that divine awakening that you are worthy. You do have purpose. You're on the right track. Holy Spirit is guiding your ass. I mean, like, definitely. So golden seal is about healing too. And when you give it over to grace and, you know, let yourself be taken care of and let that good energy flow through you, that is healthy. And when you feel good about that and you feel good about yourself, that is also a way to heal your, you know, self-esteem and your self-worth, and just feel good by feeling the grace. Yeah, it's beautiful. And in that, the one tarot card, the Herbal Tarot, you know, she's got her arms up to the trumpet in the sky. Remember on that golden seal card? And yeah, that it reminds me very much of the Ask Your Guides card. You know, that it's like just arms up to the Holy Spirit, arms up to Source, arms up to grace. Like, I'm open, and I will let as much of it flow through me as I can handle, right? Because like it's like weird as humans. It's like I'll let myself feel. There might be a limit to how good and joyful I'm allowed to feel. But it's like, yeah, put that ego to the side, put that worry to the side, put all that nonsense to the side, and just see what happens in your life when you just allow this energy to guide you, fill you, and animate you. See how it changes your life. Yeah, so we can't really manifest more grace with our minds and our egos. It really is an allowing. It really is an opening. It really, really, really is a divine awakening of who you truly are. So our card is Starflower. It is borage. But according to Maya Toll, she prefers Starflower. And the card it's beautiful. It's got peacock feathers. There's a star. There's the borage peeking out in the middle of it. And it's got stage curtains on the side. These violet maroon stage curtains. And they're opening. And on top of the card it says Finding Grace. And on the bottom it says Starflower. So yeah, she prefers Starflower. And wouldn't you? Her blue star-shaped petals shine among the garden's more usual yellows and pinks, right? They're just tiny little blue flowers. They're my favorite flower to eat. Absolutely. So yeah, Starflower comes in to share a timeless philosophy with us. And that is that grace isn't something you keep for yourself, right? Grace is something, it's a gift that you can give over and over again to the world around you. And that goes back to our naked statue card on the sacred stones. It's like bestow grace on everyone around you, even if you're not quite sure if they deserve it. It's like stop judging everybody and just wish for them, bestow on them. See grace falling on everyone. Bless you. Bless everyone. Put blessings out onto the world. If you're thoughtful, caring, and true. If you are thoughtful, caring, and true, grace develops a patina over time, becoming wisdom, cradling those lucky enough to be in your presence. So yeah, our dragon butterfly asked us, how can we be better at feeling and bestowing grace? And Starflower asks us again, how can you let a little more grace into your life? So how can you keep on letting more and more and more grace into our life? Now in the book, the Illustrated Herbiary, she has a ritual and a reflection for Starflower. The ritual is going fallow, and the reflection is shine in the sharing. So yeah, once you plant Starflower borage in the garden, you usually always have it because she self-sows so readily. She's not actually a perennial. It's not the same plant that comes back, but she drops her starflowers into the soil, and then, you usually always have them somewhere in the same area. So each year she lets herself go to seed so she can return in the year that follows. Like Starflower, we all need time to go fallow. Time when we're nothing but seeds of potential lying dormant in the earth. When nothing is expected from us and we have no task but simply being. So it's like after you've embarked on a big project, it's like really nice to go fallow for a while. And maybe that's what people do on the weekends. They work hard Monday through Friday. On the weekends, they're like, don't even reach out. I'm just a seed in the dirt, man. Like, leave me alone. I need time to just be. I need time to just be fallow. So make sure that you are scheduling time for yourself if you are busy. If you have a busy life, designate at least an hour a week as fallow time. So in this downtime, that will allow you, like Starflower, to truly shine. Oh my God, this is so funny. It says, why put it in your calendar? Why schedule it? This date with yourself is as important as picking up your sister from the airport or going to the dentist. Thank you, Borage. It's so important. I question that. But anyways, when you schedule time to go fallow, you're making your self-care time as important as everything else in your week. So it's like schedule yourself that hour because it's like that important. Put priority on it. Tell yourself, I'm important. My self-care is important. My fallow time is important. And then, commit to it. Keep it. Like, that's my hour to go sit in the park and have my eyes closed, or that's my hour to meditate, or that's my hour to take a hot bath, or whatever it is you'd like to do. So now she is the star of the show up on the stage, the Starflower. And the reflection is called Shine in the Sharing. So she says to us, we all have gifts. We all have gifts. Whether yours is being able to connect with people, with exactly whom they need to know, baking a perfect cake or something, understanding the tax code, like whatever you're good at, that's your gift. And these gifts are meant to be shared. And you know what? When you share them, you shine in the sharing. You literally shine in the sharing of your gifts. So if you find yourself trivializing or unable to appreciate your unique gifts, like you're just always like, oh, it's nothing, that's nothing. Like people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. And you're like, it's nothing. Okay, you need to look to Starflower to find the gentle courage to shine. If you're like, oh, I don't think anybody wants what I can do, you need to connect with Borage. You need to connect with Starflower. And get that courage to shine. So the big question is, are you gracing the world with your special skills? Like as you can bestow grace and wish grace for everybody, grace goes one step farther. Like, okay, so you're bringing more grace, more Holy Spirit into yourself. You're being who you are. Now, are you sharing it with the world? Are you gracing the world with your special skills? That is a question of contemplation for you to reflect on. But we'll end with this book with a quote by Marie Forleo, who said, "Remember, having faith means recognizing the value of what you are here to contribute to the world and allowing your actions to be grounded in that truth." So faith means recognizing the value of what you are here to contribute to the world. It's valuable. It is valuable. And allowing your actions to be grounded in that truth. So it's like, these are the gifts I have. I'm going to give them out. I'm going to share them out. I'm going to shine my light. I'm going to shine my grace. I'm just going to let the Holy Spirit, divine energy flow through me. Get up on that stage of whatever it is that you do and shine, shine, shine. All right, so let's do our golden seal affirmations. Wake up, because golden seal is coming in. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our incredible herb of the week, golden seal. And I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am awake. I find the light of hope in my darkness. With patience, I care for myself and do my healing work. I keep my eyes open to gifts finding me, and I let go of past trauma. I am reborn. The struggle is over. The heart has won and a new day has begun. I am awake. I find the light of hope in my darkness. With patience, I care for myself and do my healing work. I keep my eyes open to gifts finding me, and I let go of past trauma. I am reborn. The struggle is over. The heart has won, and a new day has begun. And so it is. All right, last card, everybody. It's number 47, Grace. I love the idea of going into fallow, though. You know, I just heard my dog jump off the bed when I said Grace, because her name's Gracie. So she's probably been like upstairs being like, I cannot believe she's doing an entire podcast about me. Or maybe my daughter feels like that too. All right, so this is that card that her hair is blowing in the wind, and it almost looks like it's floating into water. Into water, that's what it feels like. And she says, when I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. So would you like to manifest more grace in your life so that everything can feel effortless and vibrant? I think it's a resounding yes. I'm just going to speak for all of us. Yeah. So when I open to grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. Illuminated by the exquisite light of grace, I can see that I am part of something far greater than my physical form. Connected to the magnificent presence of grace, I experience kindness and abundance, both within me and around me. Grace grows in me. Grace grows in me each time I give thanks for all that is good in my life. I notice the wisdom of grace when something that was blocked begins to flow again, or when the answer to a difficult problem arrives unexpectedly. I remember to ask for grace. I am open to its blessings. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. Wow, so what a great feeling to be easygoing and also vibrant at the same time. That's being alive, honey. That's being full of grace. That's being full of the Holy Spirit. That's being full of who you are. So yeah, bring in this love. Bring in this light. Bring in this grace. It's going to be grace. It's going to be grace whenever we realize that we are part of something far greater than these physical forms that have to go to the dentist. When we connect to the magnificent presence of grace, we do experience kindness and abundance and compassion, and we easily forgive others. And we easily feel this beautiful energy within us and around us. So yeah, how do we grow more of it? Well, we open ourselves, we allow it, and we use gratitude as our saving grace. Haha, jokes. But yeah, grace grows in us every single time that we give thanks for all that is good. When we count our blessings, when we count those moments of grace, when we count those times that we feel that effortless flow of the divine through us. When problems in our life get magically solved, that's grace flowing. That's us allowing. So yeah, remember to ask for grace for yourself and for others. Remember to stay open, and remember, just to put all your worries and ego aside and let it in. So anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and yellow jasmine and borage and all these beautiful flowers and birds and butterflies and naked statues. Definitely in our heart of hearts and in our lives, we are going to definitely allow ourselves to manifest more grace.